Alright, let's talk about some news. I hope it's already on this page, but I guess it seems like it's not. So, what I heard on Counter-Strike update. So basically, what happened that on the map pool, we're gonna have a change that Overpass comes out and Cache slides in. I'm just gonna say what I think about it, and I'm gonna just tell you straight off my beliefs. My beliefs are that Overpass, if you talk about Overpass, one of the most iconic maps of CS of all time. Yes, I know it's not Mirage, I know it's not Dust 2, but it's still a huge factor in CS. Now, if we go over to Cache and the brand new Cache that we play, back then, when Cache was part of esport map pool, I hated it. I don't hate the map itself before you call me Loilo. I'm gonna tell you why I hate Cache and why I never liked it, even though I had to grind the game on Cache to get it awesome. So we are here on Cache. I'm gonna get myself a knife, you already know by now. So there is something I can just do bullshit with, so my ADHD stays alive. So the big problem for Cache, for me, and why I believe, even though Cache is a good map, it's not really for competitive play, I believe. But as I said, they reworked the whole map. You know, it got a brand new look, it got a brand new overview, it got everything. Like, a ton of shit is brand new. So I felt like it was about to come. Especially if you look at the B, it got like 10 times better looking wise. But in my opinion, the current state of Overpass is still better than the current state of Cache. Because right now for Cache, I understand that we have to learn this map. I understand that there is like a ton of new interesting lineups that you can throw, something like this. I just thrown a random smoke, for example. That, oh, now you can actually play the game how you... I just fucked up this one. I'm just throwing random nades, like you feel what I'm saying. I did not. It's like, oh, there is a ton of new smokes, ton of new ways to play Cache. If we talk about Overpass, and I'm not saying to the guys who watched the game for the last 2 years, Overpass as a competitive map didn't suck. The whole reason why Overpass don't suck when we talk about competitive view of Overpass, it's because Overpass, yes, it was heavily CT-sided, but it was heavily CT-sided because of the reason not everyone knew how to play T-side. T-side on Overpass is one of the harder calling parts of CS2 or even Counter-Strike history. If you are a good team, if you're a dominating team, Overpass is the map where you can show it how good your T-side communication is. I feel like building a team, you don't want to put Overpass as a veto because it can show you a ton of good shit. Good communication and good crosshair placement brings you far on that map. While the problem with Cache, in my opinion, and the current state with Cache, that even though it's not a bad map, it's close to be a bad map, but I feel like it's just way too open for pro play, and that was the problem with it back then also. And big open maps prefers the CT side better because the CTs can hold angles. Like, for example, playing here with an up, show me how you're gonna get Banesi out of this position. Show me fucking Molodoi getting out of this position. He won't. People will need to learn so many fucking lineups. That's a good thing that you cannot get here. I love it. But the thing is, this map will never be T-sided. You can't really play T-side here. And then I feel like a ton of teams will just go away from this map and not pick it up. Like, for example, Prime FaZe had this map as one of their go-to maps. I feel like they won't have it no more. The window is gone so that we kind of balance the map, but it's just not it. I feel like in current Counter-Strike meta and how the game is evolving and how far we went as a game, we can't afford anymore to have maps like this. I feel like we are at the point where we as a game are better than a map like Cache. Like, back in 2017, this map was pretty much perfect for what Counter-Strike was, because Counter-Strike was enjoyable now in a current meta where we don't rush, we don't have teams like fucking Virtus Pro, who's like, we aim better, we don't have the playbook, let's see who is the better team. I fucked up that smoke as well. I'm so fucking stupid. Did that become too deep? Yeah, a little bit. I'm not excited for Cash. I never liked Cash. I never enjoyed playing Cash because it's pretty much not good for anything. You're only getting T rounds if you manage to cheese something. You can't really win T rounds by just existing here. The economy is not good enough. Like, CS2 economy is so cooked that if you lose 3-4 rounds in a row, you just lost the fucking health. Let alone talk about 2 fucking gun rounds being lost here. And also you gotta fucking win the T-side pistol, because if you don't win pistol round, you're just gonna suffer on playing Cash. And as you see, because it's an open area and there is not a ton of places that these can come from, I understand it will be a better map utility-wise, that you have to spend util a ton more to get something out of this map, but Overpass on the other half, yes, it was heavily city-sided, so we just changed pretty much 2 similar maps. The big difference is that on Overpass, you have a chance to call a good T round. On Overpass, you have the possibility to call a good T round. On this map, yet to see the possibility to call a good T round. For you to call a good T round, you need to be an IGL who played 9 years ago, I feel like Gamer Legion will be probably the only team who is really benefiting from this. And the reason is, they are probably the only motherfucking team who has an IGL who played on Cash before as a competitive map. For Overpass, I'm sad that a better map goes, but now that gives me the hope that we're gonna see Cobble back. Also, I feel like Cobblestone in today's Counter-Strike will suffer also. I believe that's the main issue. They took away that from the map pool and never brought it back, because I feel like it's unplayable anymore. I know a ton of men is like, why the fuck it's unplayable? It's because of the angles. In 2026, when everyone is pretty much pre-aiming the fuck out of every corner, because you have to understand this is a at least 14 years old game, if you're not talking about CS 1.6 and then the versions before that. We are at the point where we play these maps for over a decade now, nearly 2 decades. At this point, everyone should know everything, right? Only the newer players and only the players who just never care about the maps don't know positions already. What that means is that playing a map that suffer by itself just gonna make the whole experience unplayable. In my opinion, Mirage as a competitive map makes sense, but I feel like also Mirage as a competitive map is not hard enough, because if we talk about Mirage, you've seen the why we suck at Mirage video. When we talk about Mirage on there, you're gonna realize that what I'm talking about is take mid and then how to take sides from it. Yes, it's still an iconic map of CS, but at this point I feel like we overplayed Mirage. I feel like we found out about everything that Mirage has to offer, and I would have seen it more, or I would have liked to see it more, if a map like Dust 2 or Mirage leaves this. For the people who talk about Inferno should leave, you just hate on Inferno because you don't know how to play it. I'm telling you, brother. Inferno is one of the peakest maps of the map pool right now, and the reason is, it's the closest to have a balanced out map. I feel like Inferno is the closest to be completely balanced. You have the chance to take space, and then you have the chance to survive while giving away space. I feel like today's Inferno is really good shape, and that's why I feel like a ton of team just wanna learn it and not insta-ban it. I don't know a ton of team who insta-bans Inferno. Inferno is in a good state esport wise. Obviously, you who plays only Premier and couldn't reach 10,000 8,000 rating, you obviously hate on fucking Inferno because you feel like Inferno just sucks, but that's not the case. Inferno is actually a really good map, but you just yet to play it with 5 people who are communicating and defaulting like you should default on a map. Cash will be a good esport map? I have no idea. I had a feeling that they gonna brought in this change because that's why they reworked the map so that they can bring it in. I have no idea. I have no clue if this map is good enough for esport right now. The only reason I'm excited for this map because of the ton of glitchy util you can probably find on this map. So like, yeah. What I'm gonna hate again is the fucking cross smokes that you have to throw again. So that you can finally throw some fucking util down behind it, you know what I mean? The nading behind this bullshit. Like, yeah, this map gonna suck, I feel like, for a ton of team. It's because of the unexecutable sites. But I feel like it's not gonna be me who answers that question. It's gonna be the tier 1 teams that gonna answer that question for Valve. That's why we never played this map. I feel like that's all I have to talk about. I feel like Cash not gonna be a good map, especially over Overpass. And also G2 got nerfed again. Finally, they had one good map they can beat good teams in, and now the map is getting pulled out. So yeah, RIP for fucking G2, and I'm interested in how people are gonna react to the changes. If you have anything to add to, let me know in the comment section. Peace out.